Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Honorable Speaker Sir, Telangana has become a front runner in all the sectors in a very short period after formation of the state. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Kalvakuntala Chandrasekhar Rao, who is the very symbol of Telangana, has led the movement, and the dream of the formation of the state has become a reality. The way the people of Telangana were treated as second class citizens during the rule of combined state, and the suffering which they underwent, and the way in which KCR was able to awaken the people and organized the movement and achieve a new state formation are all historical. The people of Telangana have elected the leader of the movement who has a complete understanding of the socio-economic conditions of the state as the leader of the state. They have put the onus of building the state on his shoulders. Keeping the complete confidence of the people, he is developing the state very fast and with the same zeal and dedication with which he led the movement. The struggle for the new state, the movement leading to formation of the state, and the development of the state as a role model in the country are all historical events which have unfolded and are unfolding in front of our own eyes. Everything has to be defined anew in the newly formed state. Everything has to be built from scratch. People's expectations had to be converted into plans and programs which are relevant to Telangana. CM KCR told in the very first meeting of the assembly that Telangana needs to reinvent and reorient itself. The wealth of the state has increased in a significant way due to fiscal prudence, due to non-corrupt practices, and due to implementation of transparent policies and direct money transfer through digital means. Many challenges came in the journey. Difficult problems were resolved. With the support of the people, Telangana has become a model state. Transparent and non-corrupt governance. The TRS government has taken a zero-tolerance approach to corruption. There is not an iota of scope for corruption. Everywhere there is transparency. A lot of belt tightening was resorted to so that the state moves forward. The proof is that the benefits of every scheme are directly reaching into the accounts of the people. No need to send an application and need to go around the office. This has been the modus operandi of the government. In a transparent way, the government is doing digital money transfer. Be it Asara Pension or Raithu Bandhu or Dalit Bandhu, the moment Principal Finance Secretary clicks the button in Hyderabad, the cell phones of lakhs of beneficiaries receive notification across the state. The notifications inform them that the money is credited to their bank accounts. That is why people of the state have reposed confidence in the leadership of KCR and the government of TRS. The net result is the tremendous mandate given by the people. Speaker Sir, in this very House we have fought bitterly against injustices meted out to Telangana by the rulers of the combined state. Even the very thought of those dark days gives shivers. When the state was formed, there was drought, no irrigation, no drinking water, suicides by farmers and weavers, hunger deaths, severe power cuts, power holidays, protests at Indira Park by industrialists. In short, Telangana was caught in vicious web of problems. After taking over the reins of administration, we started resolving the knotty problems and made progress by finding solutions to each one of them. Today, Telangana has moved from a drought prone state to one in which irrigation facilities are abundant. It moved from regular power shortages to a state where the power supply is given 24 by 7. From shortages, it has moved to a state of golden era in welfare. It has moved from daily insults to its people to a state of self-confidence and self-respect. In democratic India, Telangana is a successful experiment. Today, Telangana is a torch bearer. What Telangana does today, the country will follow tomorrow. This is the truth. The history of the last 7.5 years is a testament to that. The budget being presented for the financial year 2022-23 today is a part of the same journey. I thank the Honorable Chief Minister and the Legislature for giving me this opportunity. It is the quality of leadership which ensures that the money is spent meaningfully. The question is not how much money has come into the treasury, but whether it has made a difference to the lives of the people or not. The budget is not a mere aggression of numbers, but is an expression of people's hopes and aspirations. Before I get into the various aspects of the budget, I would like to mention a bitter truth. The state has suffered discrimination even after formation. In the combined state, we suffered at the hands of the then rulers, and now we suffer a similar discrimination by the center. The center is creating hurdles in the path of progress of the state. Instead of incentivizing the states which are progressing, the center is trying to actively discourage. The discrimination against Telangana started right from the day of the formation of the state. Much before the celebrations of state formation ended, 7 mandals of Khammam district were merged in Andhra Pradesh. In the very first days of the formation of the state, there was a strike which had to be observed against the undemocratic actions of the center. Along with the 7 mandals, Telangana also lost the Lower Silaru hydroelectric project. Even the division of the High Court was dragged on for a period of 5 years. The promises made in the Reorganization Act are also not yet fulfilled. As if this was not enough, whenever there is a discussion on the formation of the state of Telangana, it is commented that it is like killing the mother for saving the baby. These comments made by the elders at the center are an insult to the people of Telangana.